What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another one of my videos. In this video we'll be upgrading this 6mm ProShop M4 style airsoft gun. Customer has never played with this replica before. This is a brand new replica, but he's not happy with the trigger response. This is the tan version. This is a full metal airsoft replica. Pretty nice, pretty well built. We'll be testing out the FPS and the trigger response, and basically listen to what it sounds like. Customer also told me that he did replace the original motor with a JG Blue high torque motor. He also states that there is a Mosfet in here. I've never worked on these airsoft replicas before, so I don't know if it's a online Mosfet or an ETU of some sort. We'll check that out when we open up the gearbox. I have a Titan 2600 milliamp 20C 11-1 LiPo in here. Let's go ahead and listen to what it sounds like and what the trigger response is. It's got a long trigger pull. I feel like it's got the normal trigger contacts. I don't know what kind of MOSFET it is. Again, he says it's got an internal MOSFET. Full auto. So not that fast. It's probably, I don't know, 15 to 17 RPS. He says it chronos under 400. We'll chrono it tomorrow morning and see what we get on that. Okay guys, we're back. So here's a replica. We're gonna go ahead and chrono it, see what consistent we get, see the FPS on this. I'll be doing it with 0.2s. .392, 387, 394, 386, 385, 387. Let's go ahead and see full auto. So it's giving me 14.5. So again, as far as shimming, sounds okay. But you can't spam the trigger. Okay guys, so here we are in the workbench. I've already taken apart the upper. From the looks of things, the piston's probably not going to be a full metal teeth piston, so probably advise to replace that. And nozzle, I just got to see how good of an air seal I get. Test it when I have it apart. But as far as now, piston and nozzle, I'd probably tell them to replace. So let's go ahead and open it. I'm just going to fast forward or just skip to the part where I got it open. So here's the internals. As I thought, it's got the trigger, original trigger contacts, and I'm guessing the MOSFET underneath. I don't really like these types of MOSFETs. He said he had a gate Titan, which I'm gonna ask him to bring me over so we can install that instead of keeping this, because this is not gonna let me do what I want or what he wants. So I gotta clean this up. I don't know what kind of air seal I'm getting in here. As I thought, just one metal tooth at the end. Yeah, there's not much compression there. Again, I'm very surprised that I was getting the FPS that I was. Consistent wise, it wasn't the greatest, but one O-ring. And again, it's not the greatest. That's super loose. As far as gears, he wants to change them to some 13-1s. And we're probably gonna throw in a gate tighten that he's got, that I'm gonna ask for so I can install in here. It looks like that gate tighten will be able to fit in here. Here's the gate tighten installed. Now I just gotta modify the top portion of this gearbox here. This is on the way. It's hitting the Mosfet here, so I'm gonna have to Dremel that piece out for it to for the gearbox to close, or else it won't close. That's the only thing that's preventing me from closing the gearbox and continuing. Okay guys, so we were able to Dremel that material off the top of the gearbox. That is gone. Now the gearbox will close. It will no longer hit the gate tighten. Now the other thing I was having an issue with was this pistol grip. This grip was pushing in my motor in too far, and with that my bevel to pinion weren't meshing correctly. I was getting a lot of noise, a lot of resistance. So what I did was this plate here, I ended up removing material. This is the plate that goes inside the motor grip, holding the motor in place. But when you would close the door, that would be pushed in too far. And with that, this wasn't letting me adjust the motor the way I needed to. The other thing I'm gonna be doing is I will be using his gears just to save him some cash. I won't be using the gears that I was gonna provide. He brought these over. These are some ZZI 1301s. The only problem is that these gears were short stroked, but they were short stroked incorrectly. They didn't remove the full amount of material that they have, or the two teeth. They still have some material, so I gotta remove that before I close up the gearbox, because if I don't, that little bit of material will be hitting the pickup tooth on the SHS piston. So I gotta remove that, just fix that problem. The other thing I gotta do is I also have to correct the angle of engagement. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do that yet, but I gotta do that before closing the gearbox. So the next video should be me with the finished product. I will be using his original spring. I believe this is an M100, maybe an M195, but if I don't get the proper FPS that he's looking for, which is 400, I have 3 other springs that should get me there. So I will test these out and see what gets me to the 400 FPS. So again, the next video should be the finished product and me showing you what we accomplished with these 1301s and the gate tighten advanced. Okay guys, we're back. Here's the finished product. It's all done. It's got 1301 gears, and it's got a gate advanced Mosfet in there. I did change the spring. The original spring was giving me 330 because these gears were short stroked by 2 teeth, and that's the way I got the gears from him. So I had to put an, I believe it's an M110 if I'm not mistaken. I know it's not an M120, that's for sure. So let's go ahead and chrono this thing, and then you'll be able to hear it too. So 399, 396, 395, 396, 397. Rate of fire 23.4. So you can spam the trigger. Sounds pretty nice. I'm happy with it, and I've already sent the video to the customer and he's happy as well. I'm gonna drop it off tomorrow morning, and he says he's probably gonna end up and play with it. So let me know your thoughts down below, and I'll see you on the next one. Sounds okay.